What's going on, guys? So, you guys are going to like my answer, but I keep getting asked, how do you lose fat and build muscle? Basically, when you lose fat, if you're doing a cut as a natural athlete, your goal should be to preserve as much muscle as possible. Because, let's just be honest, if you've been training for more than 6 months, you're not going to gain muscle as you're losing fat. Most people's genetics will not allow for it. Now, technically, it is possible, but try it, and I'll tell you it's not realistic. So, your goal, if you're trying to cut, should be to preserve as much muscle as possible. You're going to do this by whatever your caloric maintenance is, drop it by 250 calories. Start there, and then I normally drop between 50 and 100 calories a week, depending on how aggressive a cut I'm doing. The goal should be to lose about a pound a week. And this is what works best for most people. Now, you might be different, but I'm telling you, try this. If it doesn't work, adjust. The whole thing about losing fat and building muscle is so stuck in people's heads. There's all these fake naturals online that tell you, oh, well, I lost 20 pounds of fat and I'm the same weight. So you have somebody that's 20% body fat. Sorry, the numbers aren't right. You have somebody that's 20% body fat. They drop to 10% body fat and they stay the same weight. That's not going to happen naturally. I'm sorry. You're not going to do that. Just because I cleaned up my diet. No, that's bullshit. And everybody knows that's bullshit. You can gain a little bit of size when you're cutting. Very, very genetically gifted people can do it. But the truth is, when you're trying to lose weight, your goal should just be to preserve what you have. And you're going to do that by keeping your protein high. This is crucial. You have to keep your protein above. I like a gram per pound of body weight. Normally, when I'm cutting, I go a little bit higher just because high protein foods fill you up more. You're going to want to keep your fats high. This is crucial as well because your fats are responsible for your hormone balance. And if your hormone balance gets screwed up, you're going to have no testosterone. You're not going to hold on to any muscle. So this is important for natural athletes because you're not putting exogenous hormones into your body. So you have guys like Jeff Seid that tell you, well, all I do during my cut is eat egg whites and cut out fats and have virtually no carbs. Well, if you try to do that naturally, I promise you, you're not going to keep any gains because you're not going to have any hormone production. You need fats. Your HDL, LDL needs to be in balance for your hormone production to take place, for you to have testosterone levels, healthy testosterone levels. And that is just the reality of it. Now, some people naturally have higher testosterone levels than others, which will allow them to hold on to more size. So, if your natural testosterone level is 500 and somebody else's natural testosterone is 1,000, guess what? The person with a natural testosterone level of 1,000 is going to have better muscle retention. That's just fact. So it's the same way that if you're not natural and your testosterone level bumps up to over 2,000, yes, you're then going to be able to probably gain muscle as you lose fat. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to what your testosterone levels are. And yes, there are other drugs that people take to help preserve muscle. But if you're doing this naturally, if you are doing it naturally, if you're not natural, it's a completely different story. Everything changes. You can get away with a lot more because your body, you're not relying on your body's natural production of testosterone, which when you're cutting, your whole point is to keep your natural level of testosterone up so that you can reserve your muscle. So the answer is it's completely different. If you are on steroids, yes, you can lose fat and build muscle and you can just eat fucking protein and some carbs and you will get results. That's just the reality of it. It's science. You can take studies where you took guys that do not train, you put them on 600 milligrams of testosterone, and they will lose body fat and build muscle without working out. So this whole, oh, you still have to work hard, that's bullshit. Yes, you still need to work out, you still have to diet, whatever, if you want to look like a bodybuilder, but it makes it easier, and nobody can deny that. So, Enough of that bullshit. Everybody's saying, well, yeah, you still need to work hard if you're on steroids, 100%. If you look like a pro bodybuilder, if you have a good physique, you still need to work hard. You're still dieting, you're still training. Yes, 100%. But you can get away with a lot more, and you can put your body through a lot more abuse. So, if you are natural, keep your fats high, good fats. It's crucial. That is where so many people go wrong. Keep your protein high, over a gram per pound of body weight, and keep your carbs in around your workouts. That is my advice. Try to hold on to as much muscle as possible, and don't get so obsessed with, I need to get bigger during this cut. If you're trying to shred body fat, work on shredding the body fat. If you're trying to put muscle on, put on lean muscle in your caloric surplus. Don't do a dirty bulk if you're natural, because then you're going to have to cut, and you're not going to be able to hold on to all the size. So that is my advice. People need to start using a little bit of common sense, I think, because I get all these messages, oh, well, this person did it. Yeah, the person that you're watching, I promise you, did not do it naturally, because I've seen their videos, and if they're 240 pounds and they're fat, and then 3 months later they're 240 pounds and they're shredded, that's not natural. Like, please, like, I know that people need to be somewhat naive because you want to keep making gains, but you have to, at the same time, open your mind and look at your own body and just focus on yourself. What is possible for me? Maybe, you know what, maybe there's a 1 million chance that person's natural. They did it naturally, but you're not them. So wake the fuck up and do what is best for you. There's no magic solution. If you want to lose fat, you're going to have to fucking diet. If you want to gain weight, you're going to have to eat more. And at the end of the day, it's that simple. Body composition is not a difficult thing to understand, but people try to make it so freaking complicated because you have people that are like, well, I did this. Okay, that's great. But for most people, you're going to have to eat high protein, make sure your hormone balance is in check, try to keep your natural testosterone as high as possible when you're losing weight. You're trying to gain weight, eat 250 calories above your surplus, gain weight slowly so you don't have a ton of fat that you have to lose. That's it. I hope you guys found this video informative. Like, comment, subscribe, ask me other questions, but it's not as glamorous as people think it is. People are always like, oh, well, I saw this pro bodybuilder do this. Yes, they're a pro bodybuilder. They have their genetics are super elite, and they're enhanced with performance enhancing drugs. You put those two things together, you're going to have astronomical results. The average person is not going to see those results with or without steroids. There's tons of people on steroids that will not gain size when they diet. They're just using them their genetics will only allow them to hold on to the size. So that's just the reality of the situation. Anyway, I appreciate all the support, and I will talk to you guys soon.